Yo, what's up? Recently, I've just hit silver 1. It was a good thing. I'm sorry that I couldn't record. Like, I don't like recording every time I hit the game. Last vid got 3 views, which is low-key crazy. And yeah, so I'm just gonna play more Rocket League so I can get to like silver 2. So let's just play. See? Wait, let me show you guys. Silver 1, gold 2. I played gold 2 with my friends, so yeah.
Keith Lee appeared as a security guy in March 2009 when Triple H took him out. Keith appeared in the attendance at NXT TakeOver Chicago in 2018. Keith made his in-ring debut in August 2018 against Marcel Barker. Keith hit Marcel with a modified jackhammer to win the match. 3 weeks later, Keith faced Luke Menzies. Keith hit Luke.
Sorry, I'm not used to it being so quiet, so
what's now called the Supernova to win the match. Next month, Cassius Ohno threatened Keith around the ring. 2 weeks later, Keith faced Fidel Bravo. Keith won in 2 minutes. Then Lars Sullivan faced Kate Allen, and Lars won in 35 seconds. Lars said he's going to destroy everyone until he gets a shot against the title. Lars tried to destroy Murray. Keith came out the same. They met next week. Lars countered Keith's moonsault and hit him with a freak accident to win the match. 2 months later, Cassius took up, and next week, met a week later, the ref got knocked down and Keith punched Cassius. Cassius hit Keith with a low blow with a KO to win the match. Keith Lee appeared as a security guy in March 2009 when Triple H took him out.
really crazy, I was saying.
Attendance at NXT TakeOver Chicago in 2018. Keith made his
No, I'm trying to kill the bomb. I'm so stupid.
Keith hit Mark.
This is the wall. Right.
Shane McMahon jumped off the top of the set. In February 2016, Vince McMahon presented an award to Stephanie. Shane made his return after many years and said Stephanie didn't earn it. Shane said that under their leadership, the ratings went down, stocks have fallen, and injuries have increased. Shane said that Stephanie doesn't know about one thing. Years earlier, Vince got himself into serious trouble, and Shane saved him. As part of their arrangement, Shane was allowed to leave without surrendering his place in the family hierarchy. Vince admitted it and was Stephanie. Shane wanted the company to survive for his children and future generations. He demanded control of it. Vince agreed to a deal. Shane would wrestle 1 match against an opponent of his choosing. If Shane wins, he gets it. If he loses, Vince receives the key to the lower ropes. Shane accepted. Vince said it would be at WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell match against the Undertaker. A week later, Taker returned and grabbed Vince's ropes. He said Shane's blood would be Vince's face, not on Taker's. Then he left. Vince said that after Shane loses, he will lose his inheritance. Everything will be left to Stephanie. He would renounce Shane as his son. A week later, Shane said Vince left Taker. His audience, reality, and even his own family. If he gets Raw, the authority will end. The backstage politics and backstabbing will end. Talented wrestlers who didn't receive opportunities will finally get them. He didn't know how to defeat Taker. Vince was using destiny. Taking control of Raw was bigger than himself. Gong hit, the lights went off with Vince. He mocked Shane and said the sound of Shane was in his eyes. He wrote Shane out of his will and smashed on a framed childhood photo. A week later, Vince presented Taker as a rapper and Shane as well. Shane said it's the match of his life.
Bro, I'm trash.
In the 2015 Royal Rumble, Bryan got eliminated by Bray Wyatt. At the end, Roman eliminated Big Show. He came back for him and Rock completely safe. Then Roman eliminated Rusev to win the match. On Raw, Roman was aware about the negative reaction from the fans. He rejected the claim that he was handpicked for success. Bryan was disappointed because he lost, not because Roman. He compared Roman's win to Bryan forcing his own way into the WrestleMania main event last year. On SmackDown, Triple H said they would take a decision regarding the controversial finish of the Roman. Roman said he won the match legitimately, and Triple H refused to solve it there. On Raw, they said Roman's title shot might no longer be secure. Roman asked if they are going to take away the victory he earned. Bryan told Roman he understood what it felt like to have the authority interfere with his opportunities. If the title picture was reopened with no sin, Seth Rollins appeared and said neither of them deserves it more than him. He mocked Bryan's injury and said Roman won because of the Rock. They made Bryan face the Seth.
Bro, crap.
One huge problem against the Red Card. In July 2008, Kali won a battle royal for a chance at the WWE title. There was an Indian broken glass arm wrestling contest 2 weeks later. Kali said something in Indian, but Triple H had no idea what he said. Ranjan Singh translated. Triple H was one of the best in the business, but he never beat Kali, and he should get out while he's still good. Triple H knew he never faced him, but Kali was never in the ring with the game. He joked about Kali's size and promised that he would basically bring the giant down to his level and beat him. The two started the contest. Triple H was about to win, and Kali headbutted him. Triple H fought back, went for the pedigree. He couldn't get Kali into it, who caught him with a chop. Then Kali caught Triple H with a vice grip until he passed out, and Singh said it's game over. A week later, Triple H said Kali made a statement, but promised that at the end he was going to win.
Bro, why so?
Triple H was great, but nobody was great. Triple H was just lost. Triple H had already accomplished everything else. He advised him to leave while he still had his hair divided and tailed. If he refuses, Kali will take all three from him. Then Triple H beat Kali. Triple H caught Singh and threw him inside the ring. Kali was getting inside, Triple H attacked him. Went for the pedigree. He couldn't catch him again, but he managed to throw him out of the ring. They met at SummerSlam. Triple H finally hit Kali with a pedigree to retain the title. On SmackDown, Kali faced Jeff Hardy for a chance at the title with Triple H and coach. Triple H punched Singh, the ref was distracted. Triple H hit Kali with a chair. Jeff hit him with a whisper, followed by the super.
I could come back, but I really need to lock in.
Kali and Singh appeared. Triple H hit Shelton with a pedigree to win the match.
Yes, you know I could come back. I swear I could come back.
Met with a non-title lumberjack match. Triple H hit Kali with the pedigree to win the match. Triple H had one huge Randy Orton got destroyed by Mark Henry. At SummerSlam 2011, Randy Orton beat Christian to win the World Heavyweight title. On SmackDown, Mark Henry's Battle Royal has become the #1 contender. A week later, Bret Hart was the special guest GM. He announced Henry against Randy for next week. Christian interrupted. He had a legal document stating that nobody could receive another shot until Christian gets his rematch. Then Bret approved his rematch. Henry interrupted. Spent 15 years dealing.
Bro, I hate this kid.
Randy retained against Christian later, and Henry attacked him. A week later, Teddy Rome's assistant Zack Ryder told Henry that he will face Randy as Night of Champions and informed him about the no contact rule. Henry said if he can't put his hands on Randy, he will put his hands on Soto and hit Ryder with the world's strongest slam. Later that night, Henry attacked Randy. Then Henry put a chair over his throat and promised to take the title. On Raw, Randy faced Cody Rhodes. Henry appeared, the ref was distracted. Cody hit Randy with the mask and followed by the crossroads to win the match. Edge hosted his show on SmackDown. He invited Henry and Randy. The no contact order was imposed again. Edge asked Randy if he believes he can beat Henry. Randy said Henry was strong and he kept attacking him after his matches. Maybe that's the reason he didn't win the big one after 15 years. He knows he can beat him. Edge said that for somebody of Henry's size, his career was disappointing. Maybe bad luck and injuries were responsible, or maybe he wasn't good enough when it mattered. Henry said he watched smaller and weaker men become champions. He told him to smile and show personality. He was done as
2 goals in 20 seconds, I think.
At WrestleMania 30, Seth came out to face him.
Bro, I'm having Sprite. I'm just having some water. I'm really just popping a little Sprite.
Followed by the third crossroads to win the match. On Raw, Cody
Bro.
told his father his goal was to pursue
Bro, he's so annoying.
In March 2022, Kevin said he has no match at WrestleMania. He had one last idea. He wanted to host the biggest KO show ever there and invited Steve Austin. Kevin described him as a broken down badass. Gunther had to cheat to beat Sheamus the second time. In August 2022, Sheamus won a fatal five-way for a chance at Gunther's Intercontinental title. A week later, Sheamus said he beat every major name and won almost everything. There were similarities between
Oh, it's
them.
because
Both were hard-hitting wrestlers who considered themselves generals in the ring. But Gunther had the one title Sheamus never. Gunther called Sheamus a man worthy of respect and promised that respect wouldn't save him. He wants to protect the title and will teach Sheamus what violence really meant. Butch and Ludwig Kaiser began brawling. Ridge Holland became involved too. Gunther and Sheamus never took their eyes off each other. Then Sheamus restrained Butch, while Gunther restrained Ludwig. They met at Clash at the Castle. Giovanni Vinci reunited with Imperium before the match. Sheamus had the most respectable performance, but Gunther still retained the title. Then Sheamus had a standing ovation. Imperium and the Brawling Brutes met on SmackDown. Imperium hit Holland with the Imperial Bomb to win the match. 2 weeks later, the Brawling Brutes faced the Usos for the undisputed tag titles. Imperium attacked Sheamus. Gunther took him out with a big boot. The Usos took advantage of the distraction and hit Butch with the 1D to retain the titles. Sheamus got his rematch 2 weeks later. The ref was distracted. Ludwig gave the shillelagh to Gunther. Sheamus went for the bro kick. Gunther hit him to retain the title. The two teams met to have extreme rules in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus put Gunther through the announce table and caught Giovanni with a brogue kick to win the match. Gunther had to cheat to beat Sheamus the second time. In August 2022, Sheamus won a fatal 5-way with a chance at Gunther's Intercontinental title. A week later, Sheamus said he beat every major.
Bro.
Cena failed to win the 2018 Royal Rumble, and he also failed to win the Elimination Chamber. The next day on Raw, Cena said he wants to do something he should have done, to challenge Taker at WrestleMania. They had enormous combined WrestleMania history, and they never faced each other there. Then he said that match was impossible. He would go to SmackDown to find a way to WrestleMania. On SmackDown, he wanted to earn a shot at the WWE title. Daniel Bryan made him face AJ Styles. If Cena wins, he gets his shot, but Cena won with the AA. He also failed to win the title at Fastlane. On Raw, Cena said he won't compete at WrestleMania. He will attend it as a black. The Undertaker chance started, and Cena considered. If he was already going as a fan, he had left to lose. He challenged Taker again. If they were forbidding the match, they could shut off his mic or couch. Cena's mic stayed on, and nobody stopped him. The only person who prevented the match was Taker himself. Cena accused him of hiding as his ego didn't have it. He failed against Roman Reigns and disappeared. Cena knew Taker wasn't old or physically finished, pointing to footage from training. Cena called him self-centered and conceited. If Taker wanted to beat him Tuesday and couldn't do it, the choice was now Taker's. A week later, Cena received silence. Cena said that Taker left him hiding because he was embarrassed and believed he no longer belonged. He rejected that excuse. The Undertaker name still meant something. He said silence was disrespectful to the fans who made Taker into a legend. If he was retired, he should say so. If he wasn't, then say yes and give Williams the match. The fans treated Taker like a god, but the man refusing the match was a coward. Cena demanded a silence to prove the wrong. Kane interrupted. Cena assumed Kane was there as a messenger, then hit him with a chokeslam. Cena beat him in a no DQ position. Cena called Taker a coward and said that silence didn't count as an answer. If Taker refused, Cena would go to WrestleMania as a fan. Then he gave him one more week to answer him. A week later, Cena realised silence meant no. He is prepared to go to WrestleMania as a fan. He won't get into another match because he doesn't want to take a position in a full-time wrestling alliance. Two legends facing each other wouldn't remove anyone else from the card. 4 straight weeks, the crowd chanted Taker's name from a seat. Taker left his hat in the ring after WrestleMania 33 and left his balls at home. Cena came to WrestleMania. The ref spoke to him. Cena appeared unhappy and decided to leave. The lights went out and it was a light. Then Cena hit him with the AA. Cena was leaving again. The lights went out. Taker's hat and coat appeared in the ring. The lighting struck them and they disappeared. Then Taker appeared and they had a match, where Taker hit Cena with a tombstone to win the match in less than 3 minutes. John Cena forced The Undertaker out of retirement and then got destroyed. Cena failed to win the 2018 Royal Rumble, and he also failed to win the Elimination Chamber. The next day on Raw, Cena said, Ricochet...
Well, I have not been talking for a while, sorry guys.
In September 20...
Yo, I've been silent, watching WWE stuff.
Jamie Noble was looking for a contract in August 2007. Finlay confronted him and warned him to stay away from him. Finlay accidentally knocked scalding hot coffee onto Kane, who immediately retaliated and threw Finlay onto a table. Then Finlay attacked Kane with a shillelagh until the officials had to stop him. Finlay faced Noble next week. Kane appeared and attacked Finlay, ending in a DQ. Kane took a chase. Noble attacked him. Kane threw him across the ring. Kane went for it again. Hornswoggle pushed Noble into Kane, who turned around and hit Noble with a chokeslam. Then Kane faced the Great Khali, but Khali won with a vice grip. Finlay attacked Kane again. Batista appeared with a save, went for the Batista bomb, and Khali caught him with the vice grip until he passed out. At Saturday night's main event, Kane and Batista faced Finlay and Khali. Kane and Batista hit Khali with a double chokeslam. Batista caught Finlay with a spear, followed by the Batista bomb to win the match. On SmackDown, Kane demanded a match with Finlay, and they met at SummerSlam. Finlay went into the ring post, and Kane hit him with a chokeslam to win the match. On SmackDown, Teddy Long announced the tournament with a chance at the Royal Heavyweight facing Finlay. Kevin Owens was blamed for Aleister Black's eye injury. Kevin Owens and Aleister Black were allies in July 2020. Then Aleister's eye got injured by Murphy. Kevin hosted his show a month later and invited a returning Aleister. Kevin asked about the injury and tried to relate to Aleister. He said Seth Rollins and his followers got inside his head too and talked about having done terrible things himself. He's trying to take a different path. Aleister suddenly dropped from his chair, clutching his injured eye. Kevin went to check on him. Aleister caught him with an elbow, followed by the Black Mass. Randy Orton came out a week later to face Kevin for a chance at the WWE title. What happened after Ronald Reagan underestimated Sami Zayn? In June 2024, Sami talked about defending the Intercontinental title against anyone and everyone brought into active and said his neck. John Cena faced R-Truth 5 times in his career. They met for AJ Styles faked his retirement.
Bro, who's your guys' favorite wrestler?
In April 2024, Cody Rhodes announced the tournament.
It's always like these stuff, so I can always get some comments. If you guys have any recommendations for my next vid, because I might just do like, I don't know, I'm not trying to do a series so I can't play those story games. I'm just gonna go check what I should play. Cause I post every day, man. I might be able to see on this track. Okay, I can play 2K, NBA.
Later, their styles were between. There was a contract signed. I was like, must be advised both to stand on their own.
I might just play NBA.
Cody only recently obtained that Styles understood his weight and intended to take that responsibility away. Cody said everyone respected Styles, but that respect is irrelevant once he began. He denied that it was simply a team match. His first title defense was muscle. Styles said it's unfortunate his reign would end so quick. Then they shook hands. A week later, Cody tried to praise Styles and he rejected. Styles said their journey was going to be hard. He wanted Dustin.
I think every video should be 30 minutes, so about an hour.
Had Baron Corbin regretted grabbing the situation. In August 2015, AJ Styles refused to let the rising star be the champion. In September 2019, Styles was frustrated because he was the US champion. He didn't have a challenger in the Clash of Champions. Cedric Alexander was talking about Baron.
I can either play NBA, NHL, or MLB, so just comment which one. Okay, we're in Div 2. I might, okay, I'll play some more games.
Both Kevin and Sam entered the 2020. These are John Cena's last 6 championship opportunities. In November 2025, Cena faced Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. Dominic hit Cena with a frog splash. He rolled through with him, put him on his shoulders, and hit him with the AA to win the title. In September 2025, Cena faced Sami Zayn for the US title. Cena hit Sami with a super. Drew McIntyre and tried to beat Finn Balor.
If you guys have any games I should play, like any favorites, I would play them if I have them. Like, you know, Crash Bandicoot, I could also play that. I could also make like a Rise to the Top MLB NHL thing.
In December 2021, Damian Priest faced Robert Roode, accompanied by Dolph Ziggler for the US title. Priest hit Roode with the Reckoning to retain the title, then Dolph supered him. 2 weeks later, Priest faced Dolph and retained. The ref was distracted. Roode knocked down Priest, who immediately went after him and got counted out. Dolph tried to attack Priest, who absorbed the shot, and Dolph immediately left. Then Priest hit Roode with the Reckoning. A week later, Priest acknowledged that he lost control. He said he normally tried to keep his darkness contained. Disrespect would bring out the Damian side and create a blind rain. He also recognised that Dolph Williams that he would deliberately exploit that weakness. He warned that his rage hosted the fall. He also claimed he would ensure the US title remained with him. Then he faced Dolph for the title. Dolph slapped Priest and got really angry, started assaulting Dolph in the corner and got disqualified. Then Priest continued his attack and hit Dolph with the Reckoning. They had a rematch next week. Before the match, Priest said he lost the champion's advantage. Priest went after Roode with the chair, wanted to hit him, and realised he was about to get counted out and got inside the ring. Dolph begged him to hit him with the chair. He threw it at Roode instead. Dolph caught him with a zigzag and kicked out. Then Priest hit Dolph with the Reckoning to retain the title. Dolph Ziggler beat the champion twice, but didn't win the title. In December 2021, Damian Priest faced Robert Roode, accompanied by Dolph. Drew McIntyre's career almost ended because of an injury. In November 2021, Jeff Hardy faced Madcap Moss, who came out with Happy. Jeff wanted to even the odds and brought out Drew. Jeff rolled up Moss to win the match. Then Drew hit Corbin with the Claymore, hit Moss with the Glasgow Kiss, and Jeff followed with the Swanton Bomb. There was a tag team match next week. Drew hit Moss with the Claymore, and Jeff followed with the Swanton Bomb to win the match. There was a battle royal for a chance at the Universal title, and Drew wasn't included. Moss tried to eliminate Corbin. He stopped and they laughed it off. Corbin immediately eliminated Moss and he laughed it off. Then Jeff eliminated Corbin to win the match. When Jeff was celebrating, Sami Zayn was actually still in the match and eliminated him to win it. A week later on Happy Talk, Corbin and Moss mocked Hardy for the lead. While Corbin called Drew a crybaby for not being included, who interrupted the carrying action. Corbin ordered Moss to confront him. He got scared by the sword. Jeff appeared, hit Corbin with a twist of fate, hit Moss with another, and Drew hit him with a claim. A week later, Drew confronted Adam Pearce about being excluded from the Battle Royal. Pearce said Sonya Deville prepared the list to win from a higher authority, and also told Drew he couldn't bring his sword to ringside for his match. Drew drove Angela in the wooden desk and left it there. Then he faced Sheamus, where Drew won with a claim. Then Corbin and Moss stole the entire desk. They brought the desk on the Happy Talk set. They presented the trapped sword as their new luxury possession and tried unsuccessfully to remove it. Drew appeared, he attacked them, and pulled Angela for himself. Corbin announced that Moss would face Drew. Moss immediately stopped looking pleased. They met at day one, where Drew won with the claim. Drew got ambushed by Corbin and Moss. They severely injured his neck. On SmackDown, Corbin said injuring Drew was worth every dollar of the fight. Drew's music started playing. Moss was pretending to be Drew. Moss will never wrestle again and will use the injury to stay home and write poetry about the Loch Ness monster. Drew returned to the Royal Rumble. He eliminated Moss and Corbin immediately followed. Then Drew went after them outside and took out both of them. On SmackDown, Drew explained that a doctor told him he will miss both the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Drew refused to accept that diagnosis, rehabilitated 3 times a day and returned in time for the Rumble. Corbin interrupted and said Drew's return accomplished nothing because he was still eliminated. While Corbin spoke, Moss appeared from behind. Drew anticipated it and stopped him by raising Angela. Drew forced Moss to tell a joke about him. Moss compared WrestleMania to a criminal escaping punishment because both could get off scot-free. Drew pretended to laugh at him and caught him with a claim. A week later, Moss got a black eye and a blurry vision because of the claim. He might not be medically cleared for his match against Drew and tried to have it cancelled. Moss closed his eyes. Drew quietly appeared and placed Angela directly in front of him. Moss opened his eyes. He immediately said this is a sword, exposing that his vision was fine. Then Drew announced a Falls Count Anywhere. They met at Elimination Chamber. This is the moment Moss's career almost ended. Then Drew hit Moss with a claymore to win the match. Drew McIntyre's career almost ended because of an injury. In November 2021, Jeff Hardy faced Madcap Moss, who came out with Happy Corbin. Jeff wanted to eat the girls and brought out Drew. Jeff rolled up Moss to win the match. Then Drew hit Corbin with a claymore, hit Moss with a Glasgow kiss. The Miz used a stomp double to beat Sheamus. In September 2014, Miz faced Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title, where Dolph pinned Miz with the help of his tights to win the title. A week later, Miz, Cesaro and Dolph met for the title. Miz went for a jump. Cesaro caught him with an uppercut, but Dolph super kicked him to retain the title. Miz and Mizdow barged into the authorities' office demanding action, with Mizdow speaking to Mr. Hart. Triple H laughed and booked Mizdow against Sheamus and warned that another such demand could end Miz's straight to the Sheamus threw Mizdow to Miz, hit him with the brogue kick and pinned him while staring at Miz. On SmackDown, Miz and Mizdow faced Sheamus and Dolph. The ref distracted, Miz hit Sheamus with a chair, then Dolph hit Mizdow with a zigzag to win the match. Sheamus couldn't catch the fleeing Miz, so he used a chair on Mizdow instead. Kane received a fruit basket on Raw. Miz and Mizdow presented it as an apology for their behaviour toward the authority. Kane was unmoved and punished him by making him face Sheamus in a non-title. Sheamus hit Mizdow with a brogue kick and Miz rolled him up to win the match. They had a non-title ring afterwards. Miz hid under the ring, Sheamus hit Mizdow with a brogue kick. Miz got inside the ring and Sheamus got counted out. Miz hosted his show on Main Event and claimed that he had beaten Sheamus twice, yet still had no championship. Mizdow appeared as Damien Sheamus Dow. He claimed Miz owned Sheamus was better looking and more talented and deserved the US title. The real Sheamus interrupted. All the impersonation fun, he said Miz believed he deserved the title after doing nothing was the truly funny part. Miz said that beating Sheamus twice wasn't nothing. Sheamus said it was typical of Miz to let Miz down.
Bro, stop talking. Sorry, guys.
Followed by Braun Strowman crushed Elias with a piano. In February 2018, Braun, John Cena and Elias met. These are all the titles won by AJ Styles and WWE.
I think my last game.
Backlash 2016, Styles faced Dean.
Yeah, probably my last game. I'm hopping off.
Bobby Lashley from winning the WWE title.
Maybe it'll work out a bit.
Against Titus O'Neil, the last spot in the money. Sami Zayn was locked in a cage and he couldn't escape. At WrestleMania 38, Sami Zayn faced Johnny Knoxville in an anything goes match. Johnny caught Sami with a giant mousetrap to win the match. On SmackDown, Sami complained to Adam Pearce. He was prepared to face Johnny alone. He was overwhelmed. America was represented by WWE's strongest man. Rusev and Lana were celebrating the Olympics 2018. Mark Henry interrupted and said he was offended. He represented USA twice in Olympic weightlifting. seeing the Russian flag raised in his country, he was sick. He intended to give Rusev guidance to the Rusev attacked first. Henry blocked his kick, hitting with the world's strongest slam, followed by his flag. 2 weeks later, Henry and Big Show faced Nick Harper and Eric Rowan. Henry went for the world's strongest slam, Rusev attacked him, ending with DQ. Then Rusev beat Zack Ryder and celebrated winning the Russian flag. Henry appeared and Rusev left the ring. Henry asked why Rusev was retreating. He believed himself invincible. Henry called himself the strongest man from the strongest country and announced that he opened an international record.
What a goal.
Seth Rollins tried to ruin Cesaro with his turn. Seth returned in February 2021 and gathered the SmackDown roster. He realised that the show was a strong and wanted the roster to his vision. Everyone walked away except Cesaro. Seth thought he found his first follower. Cesaro was leaving. Seth attacked him and Daniel Bryan saved him. Cesaro qualified for the Elimination Chamber. A week later, Seth warned the roster for abandonment. He called them cowards and promised to destroy anyone who stood in the way of his vision. Seth made it clear that the attack wasn't a single outburst. He considered Cesaro's rejection part of a wider campaign against him. Cesaro failed to win the Elimination Chamber. On SmackDown, Cesaro confronted Seth. Seth persuaded him to listen and claimed he didn't want to fight. He praised Cesaro's physical ability, but said Cesaro always fell short because he lacked killer instinct and proper leadership. If Cesaro followed him, he could have won the chamber and potentially defeated Roman Reigns. He offered him another opportunity to embrace his vision. Cesaro started swinging Seth around instead and caught him with an uppercut. A week later, Murphy offered Seth to handle Cesaro, where he lost against him. They had a rematch next week. Cesaro went for the swing and Seth attacked him, ending in a DQ. Seth caught Cesaro with a stomp, followed by the second one. Seth wrapped a chair around his neck, and the officials had to stop him. A week later, Shinsuke Nakamura confronted Seth and silenced him in Kinshasa. They met at Fastlane, where Seth won with a stop. Seth beat him again on SmackDown. Cesaro made his return, and Seth managed to escape. Seth complained that Cesaro embarrassed and disrespected him, challenged him to a match, and promised that Cesaro will never swing again. Cesaro attacked him, started swinging him around and accepted. They met at WrestleMania. Cesaro swung Seth 23 times and hit him with the neutralizer to win the match. On SmackDown, Cesaro confronted Universal Champion Roman Reigns and sought a title shot. Roman refused to acknowledge him and walked away. Then Cesaro faced Jey Uso to prove himself. Cesaro went for the swing and Seth attacked him, ending in DQ. Then Seth declared that their issue was finished. A week later, Seth dismissed the results as a fluke and argued that Cesaro's best performance beat Seth on a bad. Roman beat Bryan a week later and tried to take him out for good, and Cesaro appeared for the second. Then Jey restrained him and Roman hit Bryan with a concerto. Seth attacked Cesaro a week later and Teddy Long put them in a match for a shot at the title. Seth refused Jey's help. Jimmy super kicked him and Cesaro hit him with the neutralizer to win the match. Cesaro failed to beat Roman and backlash. Then Seth attacked him, injured his arm with a chair and hit him with a stomp. Cesaro wanted a rematch on SmackDown. Seth attacked him again, hit him with a stomp, hit him with the second one, and he was put on a stretcher. A week later, Seth claimed Cesaro.
No. Sorry, guys.
Seth appeared in Bayley's show. Someone rang the doorbell, Seth opened the door, Cesaro appeared, attacked Seth, and they destroyed the set. A week later, Seth accused Cesaro of continuing to disrespect him and promised to teach him a lesson. Cesaro refused to be intimidated and knocked Seth with his chair.
What a goal.
Gunther said that Miz wasn't a real wrestler. Miz hosted the show in October 2020.
It's 100.
Invited Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser and Ivan Vinci appeared instead. Ludwig said Gunther didn't consider Miz good. John Cena was accused of having a romantic relationship in the locker room. In October 2012, AJ Lee was accused of fraternising with a wrestler. She resigned as the GM. Vince McMahon appointed Vicky as the managing supervisor. Cena asked AJ why she didn't fight the accusations. He said the unnamed wrestler was Cena. She stepped down rather than allow his reputation to be damaged. A week later, Vicky showed the photo of Cena and AJ having dinner. There was a footage of them entering a hotel elevator. Cena said they are manipulated. It was a business dinner and walked AJ to her door. Dolph Ziggler provoked Cena and knocked him down. A week later, Vicky showed AJ enter a room wearing a robe. Cena was also seen shirtless, placing a do not disturb sign outside. Cena rejected the footage as misleading. A week later, AJ stated that she and Cena were only friends. Vicky found a voicemail in which AJ's voice appeared to speak romantically with Cena. AJ said the messages were edited together. An angry Cena appeared. AJ stopped him, slapped Dolph herself, and Cena punched him. A week later, Vicky brought a waitress and a parking attendant as witnesses. Cena said it was only gossip. He decided to give Vicky something to talk about and kissed AJ. When Cena turned around, AJ pulled him back and kissed him passionately. Dolph tried to attack Cena. Cena had a bad landing on his knee. He seemed to be injured and had to go to the medic. AJ confronted Dolph in the locker room. Dolph called her weak, pathetic, and trash. AJ attacked him. Cena tried to stop her. They started brawling, and Dolph put Cena through the bathroom stalls. Cena appeared on Miz TV on SmackDown. He said he is injured, but he
Okay, guys, I'm probably gonna go.
AJ just
It was a boy. It was fun. Bye.
Dolph